We're gonna be structured today, or we're gonna be wild and free. I don't know. Pick one. Hello lovers, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cami, and over here we talk about all things love, relationships, and astrology. If you're new here, hi, hello, how are you doing? I hope that you subscribe by the end of this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts, okay? So today we're actually going to be talking about an Aquarius's personality. Now the reason why I decided to do this video is because I get a lot of comments on my other videos whenever pertaining to whatever, let's say ghosting or etc. And it doesn't seem like most people understand like the basis of an Aquarius. And I feel like if you understand that, then you'll have a little bit more empathy as to why an Aquarius moves the way that they move, you know? Again, I don't want astrology to be the reason why you think someone's an asshole, because no one should be an asshole, okay? But what I'm saying is, like, personality wise, the reason why we may detach and things of that sort, that could help a little bit, help you understand a little bit more, if that makes sense. So I have my notes on my phone. So if you see me looking at my phone, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at my notes. Please make sure you're subscribed. I know we're going up in numbers and I'm so excited, you know, like I'm just so grateful. So please make sure you're subscribed and like it, comment your thoughts, because I love to have chats with you all. So yeah, let's get started. If you're an Aquarius, or if your spouse is an Aquarius, that means that they had to be born on or in between January 20th through February 18th. Now, the Aquarius symbol is the water bearer. Now I need you to keep this in mind, that Aquarius and Virgo are the only two signs that are represented by humans, okay? That's really important to note, and you will be able to understand that a little bit later as we keep going on. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. So Saturn is all about, you know, structure, discipline, karma, the goat going up the mountain, very strategic and over time process, like receiving benefits over time. You know, that's Capricorn energy. You work towards a goal. Uranus is one of the furthest planets. It is cold, blue, detached, all about being eccentric, different, weird, freedom, individuality. That's what you can think about when you think about Uranus, okay? So if an Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, disciplined, mundane, day-to-day routines, Saturn, grandpa Saturn, and then the young teenager Uranus, doesn't that sound conflicting? Yeah, because it is. So let's go ahead and get a little bit deeper, okay? So this is why Aquarians are known to be unpredictable, because we are rebellious, you know, because we'll say one thing and do another. Like, there's a trending TikTok that says, like, don't let people know your next move. And I'm like, I don't even know my next move. So I don't even know how people can understand my next move. But that's literally how an Aquarius feels, because we are very unpredictable. We're very shifting, and people think that we can be moody, which I guess to an extent, you know how a Cancer is moody, but it's based off of the moon and they're directly connected with the moon. So that's why the moon, you know, cycles, and you know, their emotions cycle with the moon. But an Aquarius is just conflicting because they have two different, completely opposite planets ruling them. So it's a constant battle between, are we gonna be structured today, or are we gonna be wild and free? I don't know. Pick one. All right, so if you understand the water bearer, the person is holding, I like to say alien, but whatever, is holding the vase and pouring out the water into the people, okay? So that can actually represent an Aquarius wanting to give back to the world, to humanity, to the planet, you know, so we are often fighting for our cause. That's why it's easier for us to have an objective perspective. I love how everything correlates. I'm so big on alignment. But that's why we can have an objective perspective when it comes to things, because we look at situations, one, from the crown chakra. So a very reserved or like aloof perspective. We are just detached from the situation. We can remove whatever it is and look at it, if that makes sense. So an Aquarius model is I know. I just told my brother I know about something earlier, but it's because I really do know. Like I do know, I researched it. We usually have like a non-judgmental personality. So you can tell us anything and we won't judge you. We'll actually give you some insight to what you're saying. And I know it's pretty interesting that we do that, and sometimes it can come off as like a God complex, but we usually have researched whatever we're discussing, so that way we can give you some insight. Now, I know when you try to provide us insight, we're gonna do the opposite, but it's just because we rather do our own thing. We rebel against anything and anybody, and even ourselves. Okay, but if you ask for our opinion, even solicited or unsolicited, we're gonna give it to you. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest, because we just wanna help. All right, next aspect that I wanna bring up is we put logic to everything. So I think that's really important to note, and I feel like that would really help everyone that I've seen in my comment section lately. We put logic to everything. So crown chakra is something that we use on a daily basis. If you're an Aquarius, you more than likely have alignment with your crown chakra, or heavy crown chakra energy, and that's really just because we just have a higher perspective or higher knowledge, higher learning, and higher viewpoint. So we just see things from a different perspective. And sometimes whenever we have emotions, I know for me, most of the time whenever I have emotions, I put logic behind it because it helps me to understand it, but that's not always, the way it's supposed to go. I really think that's important to note, because an Aquarius more than likely has avoidant attachment, which is just an objective perspective. We got that understanding now. But whenever we have emotions, we hold the emotions. The symbol is water bearer. We hold these emotions out. It's like separate from our being. So we're putting logic to something in that regard. So we don't typically use the heart chakra like that. And in that, we treat most people the same. So you never really know where you stand with an Aquarius. That's why I gave you all some tips and tricks to understand like how to know when an Aquarius is flirting with you, because most of the time we try to treat everyone fairly, kind, and it can seem flirtatious, but we're just kind people. So last but not least, I do want to mention vulnerability aspect of an Aquarius, because I have to give you a little something. Vulnerability really scares us because we don't know how to properly, most Aquarians don't know how to properly communicate their emotions. Emotional intelligence is rare as an Aquarius, and that's typically because we try to put logic to it, like I said. So that is something that terrifies us, and we're still processing it. But if we trust you, it will just naturally unfold. That's why the best way to an Aquarian's heart is to be their best friend. I said what I said. I'm gonna keep saying that because we trust our friends with our lives and vice versa. So, the best thing that we can do is be best friends first, and then just kind of make that journey over. Now, if you liked this video, I hope that you did. Please make sure you like it, comment, and follow for more videos. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, lovers.